other, giving him an...
Fapa's going for the door! Oh! So close! He might have a medic save him!
This is what happens when you try... Oh, see. Yeah. Nope. Don't open that door. Bad things.
But there's nobody defending it. All they had to do was get inside the door, and they would have had plenty of cover to make it up to the radar dish. That would have been really, really nice for them, but because they definitely needed... Fapa's already back.
Grimm's is in the garage now, though.
Oh, they did get somebody in there.
Yeah.
In trouble. Yeah. Trying desperately to hold off the incoming Axis push. He might get flanked. Valiant attempt and inside the garage to fall back to the Allied defense here tonight. So 1:48 on the clock. Merlin, does VSE have the time here? Do they have the push to get up there on that tower and make the plan?
Oh!
Oh, that's a massive cancer shot from Strango. Wow.
Right in the doorway of death.
Go ahead, Merlin.
Yeah. They had such a good chance, and we saw the exactly same thing happen last time with VSE. They got a really good chance early on. They got the 2-man Panzerfaust in the door. They did exactly the same this time round. 3-man Panzer from Strango. I don't think they've got enough time now. But they had, I think they had 4 out for 30 seconds, and they only had 1 or 2 alive at the boxes, and they just didn't finish them off. They can't, you know, they need to play Mortal Kombat and just learn those keys to, you know, fatality moves. It's really important to finish off a team. And, you know, I think, you know, G-Stars have done very well to recover from it. It was terrible, terrible. I don't even know why they were there in the door so early. Very strange to have people in the door so early.
Pretty much, Bridger, going to bring us to garbage time here and tie the score up 1-1 in a very interesting, very interesting moment here on MP Assault. That is official. The score is going to be 1-1, and we'll be heading off to MP Ice, which is a very well-known and favored map across Europe. Just moments away, 15 seconds until we're off to MP Ice and a 1-1 score. Bridge, take us home.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a very close call for Violence Solves Everything. There was at least 2 full pushes that they made their way towards that door where nothing was waiting for them on the other side. That door is so deadly specifically because of the people waiting on the other side, and they had a really good shot. That was a very tense game. Checking out the scores here, we can see, unfortunately, this score is only representing this specific round here. Not the round before with the reset, so it doesn't really mean a whole lot when the defenders get a whole lot more damage than the attackers. That typically happens. But here we are. We've made our way to Ice, Warwitch, and it looks like we're going to see VSE on the Allied defenders to start with.
2 very, you know, you don't... Most of the maps, obviously, this is classic stuff, basic RTCW 101 voice, but the Allies on the push, the Axis on defense. But in these 2 particular maps, it's reversed. So that's kind of an interesting storyline, that the Axis are rolling the Blitzkrieg in both Assault and on Ice.
I think it's all set up for the new Wolfenstein, you know, where the Axis actually have won the war.
I like that.
So, you know, this is the lead-up, this is the build-up to it. And, well, we saw a 1-1 on Assault. Let's see what happens here, because Axis apparently can win certain rounds.
Apparently. Very different map, Merlin. Go ahead, but very different map than Assault.
Very different. You know, like the rundown that Bridger and Voice gave us at the beginning. Very different maps. I think team play probably counts a lot more on this map. Being able to work together, especially on attack. You need to synchronise your attacks a bit. But I mean, I'm not sure the rules. I'm not sure if Zed's really covered it much. I know that draws are allowed in the group stage, but if this team was to draw 1-1 on this map, then it will come down to how each team played against one soldier, in terms of if a team got a full hold or a round, they could go through, or they would have to replay each other if they both lost 4-0. I mean, that'd be pretty funny. So it may not be over for a long time.
Good that you mentioned it, but if I'm not mistaken, the American groups both got 4 teams in the groups, don't they? So that
Yeah.
leaves an extra week for the Europeans to possibly sort these kind of issues.
No, it's not an extra week.
They have to play 2 matches a week. Oh, at some point.
No, 1 match a week. Doesn't matter if it's 3 or 4, there's always 3 game weeks.
Ladies and gentlemen, soldiers and soldates, welcome back. We are live in Return to Castle Wolfenstein, resurrecting the action of the Axis versus the Allies in 1944. Gangstars on the push. It is Kiz and friends. Crumbs bounding in unopposed. No, I mean, wow, just right in, get the flag, wham bam, and not quite dropping the Shazam, not just yet. Inside, they get the grab, and bridge, they're underway.
Yeah, Warwitch first in there with the Panzerfaust, the soldiers doing their damage, and it looks like here, oh wait, Artstar gonna try to sneak in behind. He got it kind of circled around in the south hallways there, but it wasn't gonna be enough. They locked him down, shut him down, and now they're pushing out of the south shipping halls, making their way. Dynamite actually planted on the fortress wall already before the Allies could even respawn to try and prevent it. So this is probably going to be very good news for a sort of a fast push by the Gangstars here. Let's see if they can actually follow up on a very good early push. You got to get those documents. You got to get them home. We've got Zed guarding the upper, the shipping halls. Oh, we lost the shipping halls at some point. I didn't even notice. Sorry, Axis recaptured them right now, and a push through into the service doorway is shut down by Lelson. Crumbs fragging himself on the stairwell, I believe there. Oh no, I'm sorry, that was Nelson. There we go. All right, Warwitch, I'm gibbering. I've got nothing going on. The shipping halls, we have another fight going on there.
All right, chaos and carnage in the shipping halls. Pretty much what you expect to see. It has been recaptured, however, by violence solves everything here. So Idlaw is now playing the role of medic. And for his team, the soldier will be Lelson. So interesting switch, Voice. We saw Idlaw very successful with Panzer on assaults, but now in the medic role here on ice.
Well, I played with both these guys in the previous cup, and I know that Idlaw is one of the few guys who doesn't mind playing Panzer on assault and is actually decent at it. He's also a very good support medic. You know, his first role will always be to revive that guy dead in front of him. So that is probably why they switched, handing over the Panzer to Lelle. We'll have to see how it plays out. Not sure if it's the right decision, but it shouldn't affect the game too much. I just wanted to say that what we saw at the beginning came all down to good murking from Crumbs. I mean, if you get a Merc and you get Crumbs, well done, G-Stars, because these guys, they followed Crumbs, but Crumbs was so far ahead, he managed to grab the flag, he managed to run through, planted the wall, all on his own pretty much, while the rest was trailing behind, giving them the good start they had. So kudos to Crumbs there and G-Stars for asking him to Merc. But now, new attack, and they're definitely struggling more.
Oh man, that's
good two-man.
Yeah. Well, Elson proves. A two-man kill. Shipping hall is very dangerous, Merlin. Easy to stack up and easy to die.
Yep, indeed. But I think I know from watching VSE a bit, they normally have an top defense, so we've got Crumbs waiting in north here, but I think he's going to be disappointed. As we've got Artstar and Zed up top. You just have the Panzer and Idlaw roaming in north. They're getting a lot of kills, G-Stars, but it's right on the spawn of VSE, so I mean they need to just go up to the top level.
Crumbs actually snuck up there and managed to get a lot of shots right in the back of the Allies, but Artstar is there waiting. Crumbs has to back off down onto the lower level. He's still there. He's going to try another revive on Zai. Artstar might be sitting duck as two of them come up at the same time, but Artstar manages to fight them off yet again, all by himself up there. Crumbs trading places now, but it looks like Strango came up the other side. He's got the documents, Warwitch. Which way is he going to go?
Not far, because Lelson's there with a long-range Panzerfaust touchdown kill. You ain't going nowhere. Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. That was a nice shot. We do have another grab, though. It looks like Crumbs has got it, and he's trying to bound home, but Fappa intercepts with the Thompson, shuts it down, and makes the return. 5-10. Nice stuff. Well played so far. Voice, will hand this back to you. Go ahead.
I was actually following Arstar a bit. Arstar playing a good game here. They're doing really well, keeping them at bay on top. Also saw them defend earlier, taking out 2 men who were way up front. Maybe it's Merle. Have you been teaching him some of your tricks, your sneaky airstrikes, your sneaky kills, your awesome kills, that kind of stuff? Or
I've been helping him out with,
himself?
mainly with positioning.
Neo's on top. He's going for the documents. He's making his way across the roof right now. I don't know if they realize he's gone up there. They did, because they're throwing grenades up to try and stop him. He's made it. He's got the documents, but he's got lots of pressure from all sides. He's not going to make it anywhere.
General Zed shuts it down. You ain't taking nothing. And makes the return. Oh, Panzerfaust right there. A little long-range touchdown fun. Here comes Kiz. Kiz now versus, it looks like Artstar, but Artstar is going to come out on top. Kiz is back on his feet. 2-man axis push inside. Panzerfaust nearly blows his shorts off, but Zai has got it. Bridger, take us home.
All right, Zai going down into the northern route through the service door. Is he going to make it? He's there. He's backed up against the corner versus inline lock. Can't get him. Goes down. And Neo is away into the northern shipping halls with Crumbs protecting him. I'm looking ahead. I don't see any allies lying in wait. It looks like he's got a free run home. Strango guarding the southern shipping halls as well. They're at the connection. Grenades thrown in their wake
Bounding
just
home.
in case. But ladies and gentlemen,
Bounding
I think
home.
he's got it here, Warwitch.
Inside. Shazam 638.
Just like that.
All right, Merlin.
Just like that.
Let's take there we go. Let's take a look here at the scores. There we go. Merlinator, very close in terms of ratios, incredibly close.
Yep, very close in terms of damage as well. Quite close in terms of gives. You're always going to get more gives as the defensive team, but I think this attack for VSE will show how close the teams are. It's not a great time, but it's not a bad time, so it's easily beatable though.
Yes, it is.
Well, roles
Gangstars
have been
gonna have to
reversed.
hold even longer.
Yes. And we're going to find out right now what VSE can accomplish. Bounding in. They're going to send 1 left and the majority of their team to the right inside, shipping hallways north and south connection. There's Warphase and friends, Panzerfaust and grenade spam. Dead bodies everywhere. Nice revivals by the medics. Artstar bounding forward. The flag is being guarded by Neo. And that initial push has been shut down. Voice, take it away.
Yeah, I just saw Xai taking out the engineer, so that is 1 man down as well. Picked up his own teammate there. They're defending now the oncoming axis. Arstar got taken out. They're just at the front in the box room though. There's 2 other axes. One of which is Zed, who's an engineer and heading up towards the door right now. Gonna get that plant. Still, 5 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Probably took them a bit longer than they'd hoped to, but all is still possible. Neo alone defending the flag. Wonder what he'll do.
More grenades, I think, is the answer to that question. Warface is there. He's going to have the Panzerfaust in case multiple people try to break through. Throws a perfect grenade in, but another grenade. Panzerfaust actually comes from the other side. Blasts a lot of the allies. Grenades flying both sides. Looks like Crumbs is the last one alive. Is going to be able to hold on to the flag.
Yeah, good survival skills there from Crumbs. Who talked last? I don't know. Whoever. Merlin, voice go.
Well, I would say normally people would self-kill there, but Crumbs, you know, he's leagues ahead of most of the players in this game at the moment. So he has that confidence, knowing he can take on 1, 2, 3 players of them without so much as losing a single bit of HP there. But yeah, he held the flag and it paid off clearly, because the allies are already getting back into position and the Axis have to redo that attack all over again.
You may not have noticed that we had Idlaw actually make a strong penetration all the way to the top of the fortress. Was cut down by a long-range Panzerfaust there, though. Some of his own medicine coming back to haunt him at that point. So he could have had a sneaky grab there, but the Allies did know that he had busted through and they were waiting for him. Here comes a big push through the servitor.
Wow, Warwitch is there. Hello, and you guessed it, an Axis goes Shazam. Shuts it down. Warwitch takes out Idlaw, Ripg, and friends, blowing them away and locking that push down. Merlin, that is exactly what you've got to do.
Exactly what you've got to do, you're right. Warwitch, I did Merc for G-Stars recently, and on ice, Warwitch wasn't doing too good, and it seems he's picked itself up, you know, just shooting at the right time, jumping in. Maybe the comms are a bit better for the team. I mean, VSE have got to pick themselves up. They've got to know that this could be the game that knocks them out of the tournament if they don't win. And at the moment, they can't even hold on to the flag for very long. I mean, they're going to be playing for maybe a 2-all draw.
Yeah, that's what it has been so far here. Voice is a battle for the flag, and ultimately, it has not been working out in favor of VSE.
Not at all, indeed. I was actually quite surprised, quite amused to see that both teams changed the Panzer, because we saw Stronger wielding the Panzer earlier for G-Stars on Assault, and now it's Warwitch. And they both keep trading out the kills. Warwitch gets 3, Lele gets 2, the other way around. Both doing reasonably well, given that change. But it seems to be G-Stars at the moment who have the upper hand here, having a strong grip on that defense, with another 2-man by Warwitch there.
Fappa gets the surprise attack out on his opponent. Now he's facing Crumbs 1v1 top. Can't get it done. He was coming out of that the tall tower there with the ladder and had a good chance of grabbing the documents, but he needed to kill 2. Only got 1.
VSE coming out of Helga's hut right there behind me, and they have just been fighting in the shipping hallways, trying to get some kind of penetration. You know, they've managed to get the flag a couple times, but each and every time it's been shut down. And Gangstars, you know, they started kind of weak, Voice, initially in round 1, set 1, but they've looked stronger and stronger as the rounds have gone by. And it's looking like they are going to hold off VSE and get themselves another point and carry their momentum here to the next round.
Yeah, I think they're going to actually hold this. There's, well, 1 minute 20 seconds left. And as I said, they're a fun team, and they actually do have some tricks up their sleeve. I'm surprised, I'm actually, yeah, well, surprised and both excited to see that at the same time. Looking at the names, you know, we've seen Strongo, I think, play for Booze last Cup in 1 or 2 games, but other than that, he's been around a lot. Neo has played as a Merc, Warwitch sometimes, but neither of them all played in teams together. And the way they're performing right now, it's looking really well for them. As VSE, they're probably slightly frustrated with the way things are going at the moment. They got good players, they got players who have played together before. They should be able to perform better than they're showing us right now, and that's got to get under their skin. You know, knowing that you're not living up to the expectations of your own.
Well, we're officially in garbage time, and pretty much what I've seen each and every time, Bridger, is just the Allied offense is eviscerating the Axis as they make their way through those shipping hallways. It is tight, closed corridors, perfect for grenade spam and Panzerfaust kills, and that is going to be it. Another point right now, Bridger, in 3, 2, and a 1 in favor of Gangstars. Now 2-1 in the dominant lead here on MV Ice.
Yeah, it certainly shows a lot of how powerful that first push was for Gangstars at the very first round of this ice map. They came in, they took the shipping halls with what seemed like relative ease in comparison to how VSE had to struggle to get it in the first place and then hold on to it for the rest of the time. So we'll see. VSE now has another chance at offense right now. Gonna see if they can get to the shipping halls very quickly and try to set a good time there in order to give themselves many strong chances at getting the documents. That's really the key here. If you can get and hold the shipping halls quickly, that gives you more chances to assault from the shipping halls to get the documents. So that's probably what they're going to be focused on here, and then we'll see how Gangstars does it when it's their turn.
Well, you know, Merlin, this is my classic question that I always like to ask you, and I'm sure you've heard it about 9 times so far. All right? Team captain, VSE, clearly things are spiraling out of control. At this point, what do you do? What do you say to your team to get things tied up and to take you to the decider?
Well, you just got to be patient, pretty much. It seemed like they were trying to force it, and they were just walking into 3-man, 2-man panzer shots too often. They definitely need the time, so you really want to take the pressure off your team. You don't want to feel too pressured. The fact that they need to get the time anyway is going to be enough pressure. And just take control of any situation that you're handed to you, which is what VSE don't seem to be able to do at the moment. They get themselves into a great position, especially in assault, and they throw it away, and that's what they don't want to be doing. They need to just take control of this game and try and get the draw with hopefully a decent time.
Well, whatever happened last time, Bridger, they can't repeat history. This could be an incredibly long and painful round on MP Ice, unless VSE can change things up. Violence does, in fact, solve everything, but they've got to get violent and shut them down. Bridger, 931, take it away. All you.
Oh boy, can't imagine that they just had most of their team defending those shipping halls. Now Zed did manage to sneak past all the defenders, plant the bomb or the dynamite on the shipping hall service door there. So that is going to give them a small advantage. But are they going to try to just bypass the flag entirely and just go straight for the documents? That seems like a very dangerous prospect. But I keep thinking they're going to get it, and then they just don't. There's just more allies every time. Until now, it might be that Artstar can run in and grab it. The time on the respawn is still quite a ways away, I think. He's got the shipping halls. He's trying to hold it. The flag is up for the Germans. He's waiting for, I think there he just had his teammates join him. They're waiting to make sure they get a full spawn here before they push up.
Well, pretty aggressive, at least initially, Allied defense here. The Allies and Axis are now fighting. VSE are going to, well, once again, get the shipping hallways. You got to keep them honest, voice. What's the command that you give? Hold on! Wait a minute! That's the wrong sounder. We have a grab out of nowhere. Artstar's got it. Sneaky, sneaky, but shut down by Kiz. Back to my question. How do you keep the Allied defense honest and keep that flag, keep it out of their hands so that you can actually advance forward, push the Allies back, get the documents, and take it home? Voice go. That was a mouthful.
Wait, are we talking? How do the Allies defend it, or how do the Axis attack it?
How do the Axis just get the flag and keep it? Do they keep one man behind? What's the plan?
A lot of it depends on the spawn times. If you know that the Axis or the Allies have such a spawn time that they can push for it every time, you're gonna have at least one guy or maybe 2 guys defending on south and tell them to push up every time 10 seconds before they spawn. Because usually you'll see that we got another dog grab, but it's taken down immediately. Usually see that the Allies will jump in at south 10 seconds before the Axis spawn to try and take that flag. So if you have 1 or 2 players there, you're gonna have them move forward, kill that one guy, take him out, and push towards the wall or hill if you can. And if not, well, you're gonna keep one guy back, let him defend that flag on his own, and let the rest push on north.
Crumbs is a one-man killing machine up here. He's the sole defender of the documents, and he's just fought off 3 Axis attackers from VSE all by himself, one after another after another. very strong defense there. Crumbs has to be really, really proud of himself. Just, oh, hey, I'm going to kill this guy. Okay, no problem. I'm just going to healing here. No, before you get a chance to heal, two more guys come up, one after another. Very, very close there. What's going on? Shipping Hallway still in control of the Axis. They've got a strong chance to get in here, but they just have to make it. Looks like they're going for an outside push, and Warwitch hiding behind the hill shuts them down with a long-range Panzer. Gets two. Fappa and Idlaw both go down to the G-Star defense. Wow. Wow. Warwitch, that was that's the price you pay for going over top, I think, is the answer.
It's pretty much been the story of the map so far, as time is now running out in VSE. Oh, what happened there? Well, mistimed grenade spam. VSE just cannot get inside. Here's some revivals. This is a potential push. Tracking third person. Oh, another Panzerfaust kill from Warwitch takes out one, but the push is still coming. Fappa and friends outside have gained some kind of penetration, but they have been eviscerated, grinded to dust, and shut down. So back to the drawing board, Merlin, we go.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're getting bogged down a bit here. They're going to be getting frustrated. They just need to, I mean, it's really hard to say, but you know, they need to relax a bit and push a bit more together as a team. They're going in ones at the moment. I mean, this looks like quite a good push on service right now. We've got 4 players. The Panzer from G-Stars is doing a lot of work though, and the spam work as well. You know, it's just slowing them down, and that's all you have to do is just slow them down as much as possible. Yeah, and the crossfires. I mean, G-Stars doing everything they need to do to win this game. And
they always seem to be wherever. Sorry, go ahead.
G-Stars I mean, VSE just need to come up with something really quick because the time's running out. That's all.
I'm just watching VSE come out of the various holes to the other side of this mountain fortress here, and every time they come out, they're looking in one direction, they're getting shot in the back. The allied G-Stars players just doing a very good job of constantly moving to new defensive positions and keeping the Axis on their toes as they push forward. But now they even took back the shipping halls again, meaning they basically have to start from square one. I mean, the other thing that's happening here is VSE never took down that fortress wall with dynamite, and so every time they made a push outside, they had to go right past the enemy spawn. So, I mean, they're sort of basically they took a risk of, do you want to stop and get somebody to be engineer and try to take out that thing? 'Cause if the engineer fails, then it's a complete waste of a push. But they took the risk of not doing it, and now every time they want to take an outside, they have to go right past the spawn, and it's not working out well for them. But they do have one big push coming in right now from underneath. Idlaw trying to cover the attack. It looks like it's going to be pretty good. Artstar doing some damage there. He's ready to move on up. They actually almost had it.
This could be something. Here's Artstar making revivals. He's got it. They just need to get some kind of time on the clock. He's inside. He's got the documents, and he's now racing home. We've got him at 252. This could be a momentum changer. They still have what it takes to tie this up and to push it to a decider tonight. All right, bounding home by the Axis half-track, backed up by Lilson. Inside taking fire, but he's going to get it. That is going to, well, make things at least a little interesting, boys.
Interesting. We've seen that G-Man, or G-Star, sorry, can do better. But yeah, VSE knows this is the last chance they've got on tying this game, so I think they're gonna get their act together and actually hold it. Yep, I'll call that. I think they're gonna hold it. It was a good run by Artstar, by the way. I think dropped down, pretty much went straight to the center and stopped.
Well, we do know that Gangstars 7-2-8 for Violence Solves Everything, and then previously a 6-3-8 from Gangstars. So, Bridger, on paper, this is going to go to Gangstars.
Yeah, right now it's definitely looking good for them. They have a good long time to get the documents here. If they can get it, they will secure themselves a 3-1 victory, right? Yeah, because we had 1-1 on the assault. So let's see if they can do it. They do have a